Your first year of law school is going to be one of the hardest things you ever do. I'm no stranger to adversity, and nevertheless, completing law school and obtaining my Juris Doctorate degree are things that I found challenging. Today, I'll be giving you some tips for how to survive your first year of law school. Let's jump right in. First year of law school in the United States is not going to look like anything else you encountered in undergrad or high school. It's a completely different experience with different rules and different expectations. The first year is all about socialization, or rather indoctrination, into the legal field. The goal is to get you thinking and behaving like a lawyer. Most likely, you're not going to have any say over what your classes look like your first year, particularly your first semester. Many law schools provide first-year students with a preset schedule for the first semester, and some schools provide a set schedule for the entire first year. You can expect very long days loaded with doctrinal classes that are going to be very dense, such as contracts, civil procedure, torts, constitutional law, property, criminal law, and a legal research and writing course. The classes are mostly going to be lectures, but many American law school professors use what's called the Socratic method, where you are being called on, sometimes without warning, to discuss the assigned reading. To navigate this, make peace early on that more reading is going to be assigned every night by every class than you might be able to finish, understand, and remember for a sustained period of time. And there's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of help from the World Wide Web. You don't have to read all 20 to 50 pages of every single case that you are assigned. Somebody else already did and summarized the rule and the importance of the case. I'm not saying don't do any of your readings. They are important. They help you understand the tone and format that you'll be expected to emulate, identify good arguments, and particularly in Supreme Court cases, the differing approaches that a legal mind could take to solve a problem. But try to work smarter, not harder. I was really killing myself during my first year of law school, and I wish I knew then what I'm sharing with all of you. I think I was on campus from 7 a.m. to midnight every single day, just poring over my books, and the pain was just not necessary or healthy. Speaking of books, those law school casebooks are so expensive. If you don't have $3,000 to shell out during your first year on books, you can borrow books from your library or get a picture of the table of contents and just look up the cases online. Usually, your law school will provide you with free access to legal online databases such as LexisNexis or Westlaw, and you can just find the cases you need to read on there. There's generally not much more in a casebook than the cases themselves, which are readily available online for free. One of the things you might be missing out on, particularly if you came to law school from an arts and humanities undergraduate program, are those philosophical, sociological conversations about how the world works. Maybe you went to law school because you were interested in social justice, public-oriented issues. You might find the first year subjects to be a bit dry, or maybe you were just really eager to get hands-on experience and jumpstart your legal resume. Enter law student societies and organizations. These are outlets for you to explore new areas of interest, your passions, and get involved. When I was in my first year of law school, I joined the Inmate Legal Assistance Project, where I answered questions from incarcerated individuals in federal prison. I also joined the Feminist Law Forum, International Law Society, and the Black Law Students Association. You should definitely take time during law school to try out new things, meet new people, and get involved in the community. It looks great on a resume, and you might actually be able to help someone in need or better your law school experience and the experience of your colleagues by putting on programming. Student orgs may also have an exclusive bank of study materials and old exams to help you with your assessments, so that's one more reason to join an org. Pro tip: if you are interested in being in a leadership position on a student org in your second or third year of law school, apply to be a 1L class representative for a particular organization. If you are successful, this makes it a lot easier for you to become the organization's president or another member of the org's board later on. networking. You knew it was coming. Once you decide to go to law school, you are going to be hearing this word everywhere as your first day gets closer. Networking is just as important as your studies and extracurricular activities. Why? Because when law school is said and done, you'll need a job and your network is going to help you get one. Even if you land your first job out of law school on your own, once you get sick of it, your network is going to help you land your next one. And even before you leave law school, your network might help you get an internship. So, how do you do it? First, you have to show up. Your university will likely throw mixers where they invite alumni and people from law firms and public interest orgs, and you have to go, you have to look nice, and you have to talk to people. And then, after the event is over, you have to follow up with people. And then, over the course of your career, you have to stay in touch with these people. If you are interested in me doing a separate video on the art of networking, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. But networking doesn't just start and stop at these mixers. Your colleagues and professors will be your greatest network. So be kind to the people in your law school and make sure that they only have good things to say about you, and take advantage of your professor's office hours. You might be in a law school where it feels like a lot of people are playing some kind of mind game, and this can take different forms. But the most common one I've seen is that everyone is trying to outdo each other. The atmosphere is very competitive, and you'll find people bragging about how long they studied or how hard they're working, even if they aren't, just to make you feel bad and like you're not doing enough and like you're a failure. Don't fall into this trap. Just stay the course and do what you know to be right, and try not to get caught up. Do what feels good for you. None of that other stuff matters. Also, little secret, nobody really knows what they're doing their first year. For some people, it's their first time even wearing a suit. Everyone is really just pretending. So my advice is just to be yourself. You'll feel better and you'll attract other people who are not interested in playing the game and just want to be human and finish law school in one piece. By about October, November, December, it'll be time to get hunting for your first summer internship. Keep an eye out for career fairs during this time. Your networking may have already taken care of this for you, but regardless, meet with your law school career advisor if you have one and make a plan for how you will acquire your first internship. If your resume is looking very light, don't worry, the resumes of most of your classmates will be looking pretty scant on the legal experience as well. For your resume and cover letter, focus on your personal narrative, your passions, your transferable skills, what brought you to where you are, why you decided to go to law school, and why you think a particular organization or firm is a good fit for you, what you hope to accomplish there over the course of your internship, and how it will bring you closer to your overall goals. Generally speaking, your whole grade for most of your classes will depend on one exam that takes place at the end of the semester. Most likely it will be a written exam as opposed to multiple choice. Law schools use a curve when grading, so you need not only do well, but outperform your colleagues if you are gunning for that A star. When it comes to studying, you'll want to start early, start a study group, and go over topics throughout the semester to make sure you understand key topics. During the study period, I highly recommend looking into the examples and explanation study aids. I found these to be incredibly helpful when I was in law school. Your library likely has a few copies available for free. Now, when it comes to writing the exams, you should be practicing the art of writing in IRAC or CREAC formats throughout the semester. These are technical, legal writing formats. IRAC in particular is used for the bar exam. I'll drop some links about these below. If you'd like me to do a separate video on how to write in IRAC or CREAC, let me know in the comments and give the video a thumbs up. Pro tip, when you are done with your exam, leave the building. Do not hang around and do not get swept up in the what answer did you get for this game. You will drive yourself insane. You will contribute to someone else's nervous breakdown. It's useless. The exam is over and no good can come from these conversations. Just put the exam out of your mind as soon as you submit and carry on. So now I'll give you an outline of what a typical day might look like for you. You'll likely have an 8 a.m. class, so you'll get up at some point before then, possibly eat or at least bring a snack and some caffeine to get you through the morning. That class might be 2 hours long. You might have between 5 and 15 minutes to reset and transition, and then you'll have another roughly 2-hour class. Then it will be lunchtime. There will likely be some kind of event happening during this 1 to 2 hour block, a panel or some other information session put on by the administration or student organization. They might serve some food, most likely pizza, since it's economical and easy to serve and eat in an auditorium or classroom. Maybe there won't be an event, or you decide not to go, and you use this time to review for your afternoon classes instead. Maybe you know you're going to be on call for a case later that day, so you are reviewing your notes. I suggest using this time to rest, eat, socialize, maybe take a walk, since at this point you've already been sitting all day. After lunch, you'll head to another class, or possibly 2 more classes. It will be around 5 when you wrap up with classes, and the rest of your evening might look like finally relaxing, eating something, catching up with your friends, or it's going to look like sitting in the library or at home and doing the reading and preparing for the next day of classes, or some blend of this. Most likely, when you are first starting out, it's going to look like spending the evening studying. Over time, you might be able to work it out so that you do your reading only on the weekend or only at the beginning or end of the week, so that you can free up a few days where you aren't just buried in a book. You've likely heard that law school is a marathon, not a sprint. During a sprint, you give it your all for a short period of time. You don't stop for breaks. You endure, expending all of your energy until you finish. This is not what you are supposed to do at law school. It's 3 years long. You will die if you go at 100 for all 3 years, or even for all of your first year. You must pace yourself. You must take care of yourself. This means getting a good night's sleep, eating well-balanced meals, drinking water, getting exercise, bathing, visiting your loved ones, and holding on to your hobbies. You need to upkeep yourself and do the things that make you feel good. Otherwise, you are going to fall apart on this marathon. Self-care can feel like its own full-time job, but there are ways to streamline things. You can do meal prep, you can go on short walks, or find a workout on YouTube if you don't have time or desire to hit the gym. Your loved ones might be able to visit you rather than you visiting them, or maybe you can set up a regular video call so that you can stay in touch. If you are going to survive 1L and the rest of your law school career, you have to take care of yourself. If you find work-life balance in law school, you're more likely to carry that practice into your subsequent career. If you are a 1L or rising 1L, I wish you the best of luck with your first year of law school. It is really, really hard on the body and on the mind. Just take it one day at a time and take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.